Hello and hi, my name is Connor. Kyo no doga de wa veg no Adrift in time ni tsuite hanashitemasu. So today we are going to be talking about the new album from the band Veg. They are a rock, jazz, fusion, little poppy, little bedroom rocky, soft rocky sort of band. There are 3 members, they are from Tokyo, and I feel like at times their music really reminds me of, I would say, Gestalt Girl, I would say Dadare, and also Trooper Salute. Maybe if you've seen some of my other videos, you would know that sometimes I refer to a certain style of rock as weirdo rock, and I would also say that there is a taste of that on here too. Like, for example, I would say that the songs Lone Plane Reprise and also Night Anew are very much like this. These songs in particular really remind me of other weirdo rock bands such as Ogre You Asshole and also Maya Ongaku. With all that out of the way, now let's talk about this album here. Right off the bat, I will say that if I owned a cafe, I would definitely be playing this album in its entirety all the time. And I primarily say that because it is such groovy, fun jazz rock music. For example, there is one song on this album which is titled That Day, and this song just has a really infectious, groovy guitar jangle, which I just absolutely loved hearing throughout the entire song. I would really say that funk and also groove are really heavily used throughout this album, even though it is still kind of leaning rock, like I said. There's one song on this album which is titled Happy Turn, and this one really made me think of George Benson a little bit. It kind of sounds like Mac DeMarco as well, I would say. And also, just so you guys know that I'm not, in fact, a poser, I love George Benson. I love this album. 2020 is fantastic, and I also own it on cassette, so boom. This song also features some interludes, which honestly I really liked. On top of that too, there are some interlude-like songs, which honestly I liked a lot too. I find that they act as a nice little breather to what would otherwise be a real torrent of jazz, and sometimes you just need a break, right? Sometimes at a concert, you just have to go to the bathroom, and it feels so good when you do. I will also say that this album does at times feel a little bit bloated as well. There are 17 songs, and this is 47 minutes long. I feel like maybe if you shaved off 1 or 2 songs, I would have preferred that a little bit, and also maybe you could have interspersed some of the aspects of those songs into others. I don't think I would really say that I have any songs on my hit list that would need to be removed from the track list. I just really think that some aspects maybe could have been incorporated maybe elsewhere. One thing I will say though is that even though I do find this album to be fairly long, I will also say that it is very well paced. I absolutely adore how this album winds down. In particular, I really like those final 3 songs. I find that those final songs just really carry the album off in a really suitable way. With that said too, I thought the song Her Touch was an especially nice piece that was able to cap off the album too. One other thing I should mention is that I really enjoyed the lead singer's vocals. Her name is Momoko, and she is just styling across this entire album, it feels like. Sort of in a way, her style of singing and also her voice itself really reminds me of the American singer Sid from the band The Internet. And then weirdly enough, so do the instrumentals on a lot of these songs too. I especially felt this way on the songs Stay and also Sea Railway Co. Limited. With that said, I feel like if you do really like these 2 songs in particular, you should really check out The Internet's album Ego Death. It is exactly like this, except more of it and in English, and I think you'd like it a lot, so check that out. It looks like this. I feel like basically this album is just full of happy-go-lucky, feel-good jazz rock, which I am all game for. On top of that too, I would also really say that this album is for anyone who just enjoys whimsical jazz rock fusion, because that is just what this is when you get down to it. With that said too, I feel like if you're a fan of Haruomi Hosono, you will like this a lot. Now, I do have to admit that I don't think I will be returning to this album all that often. I think maybe if I'm in the right headspace and mood, I definitely will. However, because my tastes kind of lean more grunge, shoegaze, pop, punk, stuff like that, I just don't think I'll always be in the mood for something like this, though I know when I am, I will be coming back. So with that said, I am going to rate this a 7 out of 10. I think it is so cool for all of the reasons that I've already outlined, and I hope you think so too. With summer now upon us, I think this is a fantastic album that you can spend your summer listening to, because it is just chock full of all of those nice, natural, sort of easygoing, relaxing, summery vibes. And that's it. As always, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. If you listen to this album, let me know what you thought. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye.